The retail recession hits Baskin and Robbins. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my stein of coffee. I thought we'd have a look at this article from news.com.au to do with some, frustrated franchisees from Baskin and Robbins here in Queensland. And apparently there are a lot of these ice cream shops coming up for sale. Now the whole franchisee model, it just seems like a disaster. Frankly, I can understand why people are tempted to jump into it, because you've got a ready established business. You can just go in there and earn $10,000 revenue a week. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds a little bit too good to be true sometimes, doesn't it? Let's have a look at this article and let me know what you all think. Scores of ice cream stores hit the market as Queensland franchisees reveal excruciating struggle. I mean, this is ice cream, guys. You'd think it's the little treats, but then again, I guess if people are getting in trouble, they are cutting back everywhere. I can't remember the last time I went to an ice cream shop, to be honest. If we're out and it's hot, we will now go as a family. We'll go and buy a $2, $3 box from Aldi and then have like 10 ice creams now for the kids. That's what we'll do. I wonder if we're alone. Let me know in the comments what your life hacks are for ice cream. It's a bit different when you've got a whole army, a little tribe with you everywhere. These type of things make much more sense and it's just one or two of you. A Queensland couple who poured a fortune into two Baskin Robbins ice cream franchises say they've been left $600,000 out of pocket after an excruciating struggle with the brand. And I know, one could argue this is just the risk of business, but it's different because you're tied into this franchise. You're tied into it, and they don't care about you. They just want to make money. They're in the business of making money and selling franchises, keeping them moving, ticking over. The pair, who spoke to news.com.au anonymously, said they invested around $300,000 in their first Baskin Robbins store in West End in Brisbane in 2014, followed by around $200,000 for a second store in Rosalie in the city in 2016. But they claim they were sold the stores based on incorrect sales figures. So either this is the problem, do they dodge the books? Has the store taken over, or has the franchise taken over a store and then on-sold it? So they've just given the average figures. And it's not what really happened there. I think I remember seeing the West End store there. I think it was across from the Good Greek restaurant. They alleged they were told the West End store would make $11,000 to $12,500 in sales per week, which would account for 10 to 12% of the rent. So that's $100,000 rent, guys, there for a little shop in West End. That's insane. But in reality, they only made an average of $6,000 to $7,000, even after winning a local store marketing initiatives award in 2015. Good on them. I don't know what that means. Some of these awards for business, you just have to apply for them, don't you? I guess. So they said they were told they could make $8,000 to $10,000 a week in sales in the Rosalie outlet, also representing 10 to 12% of the rent, but they made just $4,000 to $5,000 on average. And the franchisor stopped responding to emails when they questioned the discrepancy. The young parents also alleged they were not refunded the significant cost of sales for multiple promotions run nationally, such as monthly buy one, get one free flavor of the month promotions, and they were forced to accept a new tub pricing model in late 2018 with little warning and no disclosure document, which significantly increased costs for them. They say not all franchisees had to adopt the model, and they were not given an option to opt out. This is the thing. It's not really your business. You're buying the right to work as an employee in someone else's business, essentially. And maybe you'll make enough that you can get other people working for you. But how many stories do you hear about this being being just a disaster. I mean, because when times get tough, this is the type of rubbish that you will stop buying. Particularly in West End. Under the Franchising Code of Conduct, the couple alleged they should have been provided a disclosure document which they did not receive. They say the new model also meant they had to pay royalties and advertising funds up front, while previously they paid at the end of the month, and they ultimately ended up paying more. But a Baskin Robbins Australia spokesperson told news.com.au the company refuted the claims made by the franchisees. Well, see, even this, just paying at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, that's just another level of cash flow issue. A big part of running any business, and particularly one like this where you've got a lot of inventory flowing through, a lot of food, is just your cash flow. And it can turn into a point where you're pretty much just buying a job. Putting 600 grand to work buying a job. And you've got to think, what is the opportunity cost of that? What else could you have done with that 600 grand? Because you'll find out how little they got for these shops when they went to sell them. But that's a lesson that sometimes you have to learn the hard way, really. The claims are incorrect and are detrimental to our many hard-working franchisee business partners across our network, the spokesperson said. We have every interest in helping our franchise business partners to succeed. We provide in-depth training when they join our network and continue to provide ongoing support to give them the best opportunity to run a successful business. Baskin Robbins is transparent and realistic with our franchisee business partners. We do not provide sales figures on what stores can expect to generate, but rather projections. See, I mean, that's the thing. It was just a guess. We projected it will earn this much. This is pertinent in this case, as the Rosalie and West End stores were new sites. There you go. So they said, oh, we're projecting it'll make that much. How can you verify that? How would you? Probably you'd have to do an estimate, maybe do some surveys. How could you verify it, really? You couldn't. The spokesperson said Baskin Robbins was committed to supporting franchisees through challenges, and one solution was the tub pricing model, which incorporates royalty and add fund fees to help manage cash flow. The model is welcomed across the network, including by our most successful franchisee business partners, the spokesperson said. So it was a year of struggle. After deciding the new model was unsuitable, the pair decided to sell both of their stores from January 2019 and eventually received an offer of just $25,000 for each after a year of struggle. $25,000. 25 grand, guys. That just tells you the money you've invested in there, the fit out you've invested in there, it's not really worth anything, is it? They were told Baskin and Robbins would charge them $10,000 for transfer fees, so they sting you here. $10,000 for training fees, as well as other fees for legal, refurbishment and landlord costs, which would mean they will actually lose money. Kind of sucks, guys. Both stores are now closed, leading to job losses for 25 staff members. But at the moment, the lease, and here's the kicker, the lease for the Rosalie outlet is valid until April 2021 and July 2024 for the West End stores. So you've got two tenancies which are still generating revenue for the landlords. They're still having to pay it, I'm assuming. There you go. They also claim problems within the company are widespread, and several other Baskin and Robbins stores are now also for sale. There you have it. So, Mermaid Waters, owner wants it sold. Here we go. Here's an example. Popular Baskin Robbins ice cream parlour located 2 minutes walk from the beach in the central tourist area of Mermaid Beach, Gold Coast, with over 10 years of established history and plenty of regulars. Located strategically near numerous resorts and hotels, where plenty of potential customers come by through the day until late at night. The commercial complex is situated on the ever-busy Gold Coast Highway and is home to multiple restaurants and cafes, bakeries, convenience stores, as well as being less than 10 minutes drive from the bustling Pacific Fair and Star Casino. Well, you're not going to leave Pacific Fair and Star Casino to go to a Baskin and Robbins, particularly with how many places are in Pacific Fair, but I guess they may see it driving to those locations. I think I know where this one actually is. Training will be fully provided by Baskin and Robbins. Head office for new owners, including areas of operation, food safety, and cake making. Strong supply chain and ongoing market support. A new 5-year franchisee agreement will be offered. Stock at values approximately $5,000. Trading hours from 10:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. with extended hours during the summer and weekends. So, I mean, here's an example of one that's also being sold. There you go. I mean, would you go for that, guys? Would you want to work from 9:30 till 9 or 10:30 till 9:30 p.m.? We're excited to take over the business, but I can't tell you how much frustration we've gone through. One of the franchisee partners told news.com.au. The figures they promised were never achieved, and what can we do now? We're stuck in a situation with long-term leases. He said the couple had lost so much money, but were better off than other franchisees as they both had jobs outside Baskin Robbins and had appointed staff to run the stores on their behalf. Okay, so this was an investment for them. It's such a dire situation. I know other people who are actually working in their stores must be feeling a lot of pain, he said. The pair said they'd also tried to negotiate a rent reduction with their landlord, but Baskin Robbins took too long to authorize the deal, and it was later withdrawn. See, there you go. I mean, you are literally subservient to Baskin Robbins under this franchise. It's not really your own business, is it? You've got to ask someone else's permission for these type of things. They said even franchisees at top-performing stores were struggling, and since joining the brand in 2014, the cost of goods had gone up year by year by almost 26%, a figure that soared to more than 82% under the new model. There's no way we can survive in a management model, he said, adding mediation with Baskin and Robbins had failed. His partner said they were enthusiastic investors who had done 6 months of research, and the stores were sold as fantastic opportunities and great investment option. Well, obviously not. From then on, it's only been downhill. The brand tagline is, "We make people happy, but they don't make their own people happy," which is quite sad, she said. Every year sales were lower than the previous year. Well, people are more health conscious as well. Why would you invest in sugar ice cream? Maybe you should start a keto or a carnivore restaurant. Now that's an idea, fast food carnivore. So, yeah. But what we're really upset about is the way we were treated. Almost like pawns with decisions thrown at us without any consent from us. Well, the price increases year after year have been completely unsustainable, she said. The excruciating saga had taken a personal toll, and the pair had filed complaints with the ACCC and the Office of Fair Trading. It was quite intense. I'm a new mum, and I was already trying to juggle work, our young family, and having to look after the stores, she said. There was a lot of pressure with costs constantly increasing, which was very, very tough for me. I almost had a breakdown because you can't just change a business model overnight when a lot of people's lives depend on it. I'm a very passionate believer in the brand, and I've done my best, but over the last 2 years, every single month, I've been putting in my own funds for it to be a sustainable business. Now, could this just be these people are not experienced enough in actually running a business? If they're employees and they realize the challenges of running a business, is this what they're experiencing? In the franchisee model, just start up your own ice cream shop from scratch. The franchisee partner said she knew of many other stores that were also on the market, but owners were struggling to sell at the same amount they'd invested, let alone for a profit. Well, yes, because consumer confidence, guys, is going down. Wage growth is going down. GDP growth is trending down. It's not a good time to buy an ice cream shop. We're now at the point where we will sell to whoever wants to buy it. But it's a very difficult retail market. We've spent more than $500,000 and counting, and these stores gave us basically zero, she said. We're wondering why we've done all this for a brand when nothing comes back to us. We've lost money. We'll never get back. and we've been left with nothing but a poor experience. I wish this had never happened. Then why did you buy 2 shops? Why didn't you just stick with one and get it working? She estimates the pair have been left around $600,000 out of pocket, which doesn't include the hours of their own time they had to invest into the business. We're coming out of this with huge mental stress. It's been a very distressing experience. It has been a nightmare, honestly, she said. But the Baskin and Robbins spokesperson defended the company. Baskin and Robbins has more than 30 years history in Australia with a reputation as a responsible franchisor, upheld by our commitment to the franchising code of conduct and underpinned by goodwill, they said. We are currently celebrating growth in most of our stores. This is made possible by a mutually beneficial partnership with many happy, hard-working franchise business people. We are currently seeking an appropriate and efficient franchisee to take over operations of the Rosalie and West End stores. We thank the community for its support. Well, guys, there you go. There's an opportunity. Would you jump on that one? Well, I think it's a challenging market to be investing in ice cream. It definitely is. And perhaps a bit of naivety on the part of these people who have other jobs and have decided to go into retail and the restaurant or fast food, ice cream, sweet dessert business. Tough gig to break into. What do you all think, guys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. If you're a fan of the channel and want to help us a bit extra, we have Patreon where you can make a small monthly donation. You can also support us by joining the channel here on YouTube, where you get access to emojis and badges. We have affiliate links for Independent Reserve for your crypto trading and Amazon and eBay for your consumer purchases. If you're going to spend the money anyway, we receive an advertiser's commission. Finally, we have PayPal for direct donations and pocket squares we sell on the HeiseSays blog. Take care, have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye for now.